Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is DeathNavy, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Hokusai Saber. Originally, I wasn't planning on doing a review for her because she's a welfare, so everyone's going to be able to use her and understand what she does. But I thought, since I have her and I did use her, I might as well do a review on her. So, Hokusai Saber is a single target arts saber, welfare for the Summer 4 event. So, obviously, you're going to have her NP5 by the end of it if you manage to clear it all. She has three skills, to help her with her damage dealing, which is what I use her for, is DPS, single target DPS. So her first skill is a 20% NP gauge and a 20 star bomb. Usually I just use this for the gauge, but the stars are a nice addition in case you need them for whatever reason. Her second skill is a star absorb for 3 turns and a guts of 2000 HP. This I'll usually just use for the star absorb. I'll use this before NP. So for example, if I have an NP Brave Chain, or I have some arts cards that I want to attract the stars to, so I can get some art crits, I'll do that. Again, not anything huge. And then her third skill, she gets an arts buff for 3 turns, and she also gets crit damage up every time she attacks for 3 turns. Now, I usually just use this for the arts buff, so I'll use it before an NP, or if there's an arts chain that I want to use to get her NP going, I'll use it there. The crit buff, I actually don't usually take into consideration. But, if you use this in along with her second skill, and then her first skill with the Star Bomb, you can get some serious crits off. Normally, what I personally use her for is not so much her crits, because I have other crit sabers that do the job much better, as she is a 4-star, so she doesn't have the amazing stats of a 5-star. I usually just use her for her NP5 NP, which does damage to an enemy, and then obviously her overcharge does more damage. So it's extremely, extremely basic. Sorry, I thought it was sure hit, but no, it's not sure hit. So that's about her kit. Usually when I run her, I will run art CE, like formal crafts. Here, let me go to my CEs. If you have this, I usually use this because it's just straight art buff. I suppose you could also use Black Rail if you want to get that extra NP damage. That's always nice to have. And then another one you can always use is, where is it? Another Ending, which gives you an arts buff and a crit buff, which helps with both of her both her things in her kit. That's about it. I mean, you could run an overcharge C, but I mean, let's be honest, her overcharge is just extra damage. I mean, at that point, you might as well just use a Heaven's Feel or Black Rail or something like that. You could also run this CE on her, which starts her off at 50%, gives her some arts performance and such. That comes with Summer 4, so that's another good CE you could be running on her. Overall, I think she's I'd say probably a 7 out of 10. I mean, the reason I put her at 7 is simply because her kit is so basic. I mean, it's all based around getting those crits, and then with the crits, you can get your NP back very quickly. Especially if you run like an arts chain or something, you can loop your NP extremely easy. And since it is NP5, you do a lot of damage. And art supports are fairly easy to come by. You could use Tamamo, Narrow Bride, Mozart, You know, and they all buff her damage exponentially, along with Castria when she comes out on the NA server in half a year. If you double that up with Hokusai, which is what I usually do on this account, you get some mad damage. So that's going to be about it for my review. Again, 7 out of 10. Nothing crazy, but hey, gets the job done. And yeah, so that's going to be end of it. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.